I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 80 lunch, 80 lunch. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in wasting taste. Ain't no telling where this felon is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise, and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it. And hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. Stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch. The milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch. 88. Long as I got stuff for most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to in-glass, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where the spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts of how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand, put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan, so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid, only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Never been as broke as me. I like that. When I was young, I had 2 pair of leaves. Besides that, the pinstripes and the gray. The one I wore on Mondays and Wednesdays. While niggas flirt, I'm throwing tigers on my shirt and alligators. You wanna see the inside? I see you later. Here come the drama. Oh, that's that nigga with the fake. Wow, why you punch me in my face? Stay in your place, play your position. Here come my intuition. Go in this nigga pocket, rob him while his friends watch it, and hoes clock it. Here comes respect. His crew's your crew, or they might be next. Look at they man, big man, they never try, so we roll with them. I stole with them, I mean loyalty. Niggas bought me milks at lunch, the milks with chocolate, the cookies, butter crunch, 88. of them long as I got stuff from most of them soft. Even when I was wrong, I got my point across. They depicted me the boss. Of course, my orange box cutter make the world go round. Plus I'm fucking bitches ain't my homegirls now. Start stacking, dabbled in crack, gun packing. Nickname Medina, made the scenes, took my Ninas. From gym class to English, pass off for global. The only nigga with a mobile. Can't you see like total? Getting larger in waist and taste. Ain't no telling where the spelling is heading. Just in case, keep a shell at the tip of your melon. Clear the space. Your brain was a terrible thing to waste. Realizing to master enterprise and I ain't have to be in school by 10. I then began to encounter with my counterparts on how to burn the block apart. Break it down into sections. Drugs by these selections. Some use pipes, others use injections. Syringe sold separately. Frank the deputy, quick to grab my Smith & Wesson like my dick was missing. To protect my position, my corner, my layer. While we out here, say the hustler's prayer. If the game shakes me or breaks me, I hope it makes me a better man. Take a better stand. Put money in my mom's hand. Get my daughter this college plan so she don't need no man. Stay far from timid. Only make moves when your heart's in it. And live the phrase, sky's the limit. Motherfucker. 88.
God damn.
Goddamn is right. Goddamn is right, man. Bro, what a fucking day today has been. The last couple days have been. It's been crazy. It's been crazy, bro. I got my C4 in hand because I am beat down. But goddamn, it's been a horrible couple of days for your boy. Car troubles, fucking phone troubles. So my phone works under Wi-Fi, but anything other than that, this thing's, and then not to mention the battery is just completely has its fucking doonies beat. But other than that, goddamn, it's been a past couple of days. So I just wanted to address. That's why we're on early. I got a lot of fucking shit I got to take care of. So 4 o'clock wasn't the best. I had a hour to kill, so that's why we're on an hour earlier. And I really didn't want to just let that hour go. So that's why we're on here earlier. So I appreciate the late call and the late answer by Sir K. Appreciate you for putting out the tweet and everything, man. So
no problem.
But fuck, man, yeah. Car, phone, I don't know. Right before Mother's Day, like, dude, this is just so fucked. This is so fucked, man. So I don't even know what I'm gonna do. I don't even know how I'm gonna fucking figure all that out. But it is a fucking mess right now, man. But anyways, let's get through all this as Durante continues to bury my solo abilities in the comment section.
Come on, man, give the man a break. He did great.
Yeah, also want to address a little thumbnail mishap. I did proofread it, but I guess I didn't fucking proofread it good enough, so apologize for that. That's fixed now, as well. So anyways, yes, what is going on, everybody? We are back with yet again another edition of the Notorious podcast, man. This is episode 213. And what is going on, everybody? We're back with yet again another edition of the news. And how is everybody doing? Thank you all for being here, as always, man. So, with that, if this is your first time watching, you guys do not know how the show works. Every Monday, we are on here with Notorious Unscripted, and every Friday. We are on here with the news. Speaking of this past Monday's edition of Unscripted, if you guys did miss that, that is episode 194. Where is WWE going with the King of the Ring? Where is WWE going with the King of the Ring? We talked about where they go with it. You know, like the title says, after, you know, losing Drew McIntyre, after seeing the SmackDown bracket, who comes out of which side. We talked about all that good stuff, and we just had a really good discussion on the King of the Ring, and we had a discussion on AEW Dynamite, and boy, do we have to have a fucking talk again about this company on Monday. Good God, fucking AEW, man. Oh, Lord. I don't know what's going on over there, but we'll talk about it on Monday, man. But yes, if you guys did miss that, that is available for you guys on all platforms. That is Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and if you want to see it first, join us right here live on YouTube every Monday after Monday Night Raw for Notorious Unscripted, man. Also, if you guys have not got a chance to get your hands on some of the official Notorious Hills podcast merchandise, you guys can now find this live on the merch shop. That is bondfair.com. Link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, there is more than just the 8 designs that you see on your screen, so you could get all of those beautiful, beautiful designs, the very best in the IWC, available on bondfair.com. Again, link is at the top of the description of this very video, man. Also, if this is your first time watching and you guys do not know who we are here at the Notorious Hills Podcast, I am Johnny Mayhem, one half of the host of this very show. And as for the other half, we got my man, Sir K here, man. How the hell are you, bro?
Well, it's going pretty good for me, actually, man. Give me 1 second while I get the right mic.
Just realized that one.
Oh,
But,
God, there he is, blaring through the screen.
yeah.
Back it up just a bit. There you are.
My bad. God damn it. Just realized that, but in contrast to, Johnny over here, I'm having, man, it sucks what this man has to go through right now. But for me, I actually got good news regarding hernia surgery. I have great news. I have a great days. Good things coming up. The wait is almost over after fucking 5 months. But other than that, I'm doing pretty good, man. I'm good. Been a pretty normal day for me. Just waiting for a date on that. Other than that, I'm doing pretty good, man. Like Durante asked, how's life? How's the...
Might want to
Life's
move your
good.
mic up just a tid, because I don't know if it's picking up all your words.
How about now? Is this a good length away?
Think so.
Okay. But like Durante always asks, how's life? How's the family? Life's good. The family's good. How is everybody doing in the live chat? What about you, bro? Well, I think I know the answer to the question, but how about you, bro?
Yeah,
How are you?
I'm fucking horrible, man. I'm fucking horrible. Yeah, just, going through the ringer today, but, just gotta... It's very upsetting, when you fucking fix something and you think you fixed something, but the fucking problem you still had is still there, so it's upsetting. It's very fucking upsetting, but you just kind of remember, everybody goes through these kind of problems. I guess it's just my turn, and, you fucking get through the shit, man. So, hopefully everything works out, and that's all I can hope for, man. So, yeah.
Exactly. I think it will.
I don't know. Yeah, it's a fucking mess. It's so fucking irritating. But I really don't want to talk about that because I'm going to fucking get annoyed. But, anyways, man, I will. Hopefully the anger's still there on Monday.
Exactly.
But
I'm gonna sneak over there and break your car Sunday night.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're fucking nice and fired up. I got you.
Thanks, man. Thanks.
No, we got you, bro.
So, yeah, but congrats to Sir K, man, getting cleared for the old surgery, man. So super happy for you, bro. It's been a long road. It's been a very long road for you, and I know how that's been on you. So very happy that the storm is finally clearing up, bro. So I'm very happy, man. And
I thought it was going to be before Royal Rumble, and we're on the second pay-per-view after WrestleMania.
Fuck. Jeez. So yeah, man. So yeah, I'm excited for you, man. Regarding Sir K's recovery, there is a possibility there might be some more solo shows because I'm not gonna let him be as stupid as I am and fucking
Yeah,
get
I'll
on
be on
here.
here.
Well, no, he's not. He'll be on here. He will not be on here. I mean, while he is recovering, if
What?
he's up to, or if he's not up to it, I will not let this man go on because
I'll do that shit same day.
yeah, those okay, yeah, okay, yeah. Those that is what we call a dumb Johnny decision. That is something I would do, and that is something I'm not allowing him to do. I'm not Tony Khan. I'm not letting this man come on here fucking half injured.
I'm just gonna make Kenny Omega joke too about that.
So yeah, man. Yeah. So, first things first. Now that we're talking about the news, man. Actually, I guess this is somewhat wrestling related. I've had this for a while, but I always, I haven't want to drink it in a while because it's 1,000 more grams, 1,000 more milligrams of caffeine than the regular C4s. Or no, sorry, 100. 100. No. It's 100 more milligrams. So C4s have 200 milligrams of caffeine. The WWE C4s, as you can see, have 300 milligrams of caffeine. So I haven't had want to drink it in a while, and I got it about a month ago. Maybe it's probably overshooting it. Probably like 2 months ago. I got this thing. So I guess it's somewhat wrestling related. If you guys do want to try the WWE C4, it's pretty fucking good. I'm trying the Ruthless Raspberry, as Cody said on that one media scrum. I can't remember which one it was. But I tried the Ruthless Raspberry, the one that Cody said was delicious. And it is indeed delicious. It kind of tastes like a blue Jolly Rancher, to be honest. So pretty fucking good. I haven't tried many of the flavors outside the ones that are like my staples. Like I love the blue bombsicle. This one's pretty good. I'm gonna add that on there. The Skittles one is pretty good. The Starburst ones are all right. Haven't really tried like the grape ones or anything like that, just because not really too big a fan of like grape drinks. I love grapes, but grape drinks aren't really my thing. But pretty fucking good, man. But I figured I'd point that out since I guess it is somewhat wrestling related. So
look at that. And I won't ridicule.
What happened?
Today. You get the pass. You get the pass to C4 today. I won't ridicule today.
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking tired, and my fucking back, dude. If you see me adjusting my fucking rolled up blanket I keep on my chair, it's because my fucking back is throbbing from fucking leaning over into the hood of my fucking truck or my SUV all day. But God, horrible, absolutely horrible, man. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. So that's that, but. First things first, man, we are going to talk about WrestleMania, man. So get ready for the rant, because I'm sure Sir K's got one coming. We're going to talk about WrestleMania. What WrestleMania? We actually have a couple WrestleManias to talk about, so we will be talking about WrestleMania for the remainder of the first couple stories here. Got a lot of WrestleMania news. We're going to start you guys off with the WrestleMania that we just heard about, so we're going to talk about that first. Oh my god. Also, as Durante always asks, I'm having a day. As Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. What about you, Durante? Even though I might take Durante's name out of the intro, man, because he's out here just burying me. He's out here burying me, man. And this is foul. This is absolutely foul.
He's going into business for himself.
He's going into business, exactly. He's going into business for himself. What does Vince always say? Oh, how does he word it? Oh, Durante is trying to put the focus of the show on himself. He's trying to make the show about himself. He's throwing the digital fucking beach balls in our chat, I mean. But anyways, as Durante always asks, I'm good, family's good. What about you, Durante, Logan, Bell? How the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys for being here on a short notice. Oh, my man Hunter, how the hell are you guys doing? And thank you guys for being here as always. And Yeah, thank you guys, bro. You guys are the best. Thank you for being here on short notice. And yeah, let's fucking do this thing. So, all right, Sir K, put you in the hot seat, bro. So, we talked about it on the Backlash review, but obviously, as you guys know, did that one by myself. Sir K didn't get the chance to talk about it. Now, of course, I'm going to chime in because, this is an upsetting topic for me, but there it is on your screen. WWE has officially announced WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, Nevada, in 2025 for April 19th and 20th, which just so fucking happens to be the day of Easter. Unfucking believable, man. In Allegiant Stadium. How you feeling, bro? How you feeling?
A lot of mixed about this, man. A lot, very mixed in my mind, man. Because the thing is, I love Vegas as a venue for pay. I really do. The gambling thing, love it. Double or Nothing, still my favorite AEW pay-per-view theme and whatnot. I love it. I love the idea of taking a gamble on this and whatnot. All the things that I love it.
All Out, man. The
No,
stone
God,
thing. Oh, okay.
literally stone. It's just fucking like a stone wall and a fucking gray image of the skyline. Every fucking don't, man, fucking All Out, bro. Hate it. But Double or Nothing, amazing. I love the fucking theme. My favorite pay-per-view there. And I love the idea of a WrestleMania in Vegas, the biggest gamble league. Shit like that. You can do a lot of cool shit with that type of shit, man. I love the idea. The logo, phenomenal. I just love the Vegas casino game stuff. It's great. It really is. But the fact, it's the how this mania. I'm mad. Not even. Of course, obviously, from what it took from us. Obviously, from us, and we'll get to that, man. But what we'll also get to is the why, and it's really even more about the why. Even if we weren't next year, it was some random city that got shafted for LA, I'd still be thinking or not LA, fucking Las Vegas, fucking. But I'd still be thinking damn, it's kind of frustrating for people. And it's kind of a annoying way to go about it. But overall, I like it. At the end of the day, I do like it. I like the gambling theme. I love the theme of this. I think Vegas is a great places. I fucking love Vegas. In terms of vibe of the city, I'm not super fun, dude. Love the pay-per-view song they're going with. Fiend goes crazy. And not the weekend. I think it broke his record of 5 million in a row.
I think he did Mania ever since 36. So 36, 37, 38, 39, and 40.
Fucking hell, man. But I like it. At the end of the day, I do really like it, man. But it's really all about the how and why it came to be, which I'm really annoyed at. Which obviously, you guys all know, we got shafted, bro. We were planning to go to Minnesota, WrestleMania 41 in Minnesota. We were planning on it. 2025 is going to be a move. 2025 is no longer as much of a move because of multiple reasons. But WrestleMania being top key for one of those. We're not getting it anymore. I made jokes, Megan, about making a 26-hour drive to Vegas, dude. That ain't happening. I can't afford Vegas, Mania. I saw some of those SummerSlam people were posting, and if that's just SummerSlam, oh boy, can I imagine Mania. So obviously, I would never be able to see LA, or I keep saying LA, Vegas or a fucking Mania in Vegas, dude. Fucking hell. But we got shafted. I can't fucking. But we got shafted, dude, and that's really fucking. Another tank on 2024. 2026 is really looking like fucking. But it's just fucking frustrating. And another thing, the thing I hate most about all is the weekend itself. Easter weekend. I think that's the stupidest shit ever. What is with the holiday weekends, bro? It's annoying when Tony Khan does it. Now it's gonna be really annoying. Lakes apparently likes it. I hate holiday weekend pay-per-views. It's so stupid. People work, people. Their core audience, most of the time, more than likely they work during your pay-per-view. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing? I hate that system. I hate the holiday weekend system. And, I think it's stupid, man. So, I think the date's really annoying. I think, like, you might as well just go to May at that point. If you're just going, like, mid-April, you might as well just say, fuck it, actually going. You know what I mean? I think the week date is the worst of all. But overall, I do really like it. Vegas sounds really fucking dope for a venue, but it's just really fucking frustrating.
100%, man. 100%, bro. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is very frustrating. It is very frustrating, especially again when you're coming from, people who, did wanna go, finally, figured, all these years WrestleMania has been one of the worst shows. Triple H brings the hype back to WrestleMania, man, and we want to go. It's going to come to a city by us, man, Minnesota. And gets ripped away from us, man. I love the theme. I can't wait to, see what, we can come up with for graphics for that. I love it. I really do, but it's just the circumstance. But yeah, like Sir K said, I'm in total agreement with him on, the most frustrating thing from all of this is the most frustrating thing from all of this is the weekend it falls on. You know what I mean? People have plans, people work, you know what I mean? That's that's a hard weekend to get off, you know what I mean? If again, if you work anywhere in retail, you would know that's a very hard weekend to get off because people
Stores think that shit's going crazy those weekends.
yeah, yeah, exactly. The stores that you're in, they take those weekends very seriously. Even though nothing happens on those weekends, they hype them bitches up like they're fucking like something crazy's about to happen. But it definitely sucks, man. It definitely sucks. But yeah, so that is Sir K's thoughts on WrestleMania 41. And speaking of WrestleMania 41. We got some news on Mania 41 that it just came in today via the Wrestling Observer newsletter. Meltzer says, at this point, WrestleMania 41 is scheduled to feature Dwayne Johnson, as he is already penciled in for which, if you follow The Rock on Instagram, he said on there a while ago, this Mania is done, I had a blast, and, I'm just setting my sights on the next one. Which really scares me because is WWE gonna drag this Bloodline Civil War story out till WrestleMania 42? They can't.
It has to end at 41.
I mean, again, I'm not saying, I'm not saying that, I'm not saying they can't, well, I mean, I am, but it's like, I mean, can they? Sure. But are you really running the risk of that growing really fucking stale? Especially imagine you trade Jey Uso, which I'm assuming he's going to get traded sometime after this summer. Unless they really want to drag this out and they literally don't have him come to fucking Jimmy's defense until, and they let this bloodline just run rampant until like after Mania next year. Which again is, I don't get me wrong, I respect some long-term booking, but is this a little too long? I mean, we would be stretching this bloodline corruption story from fucking 2022 till about 2026. That's a 4-year story. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't know if people got patience for that. I'm not saying it won't be good, and I'm not saying they can't do it, because they've proved us wrong. And is there things you can do in the meantime? Well, sure there is. You can do Cody, and you can do Cody and Rock. You can do Roman and Seth. You can do maybe another Jimmy versus Jay, even though right now it does make more sense for Jimmy to come to Jay's aid, but maybe you do want to put a little more struggle with him trusting him. Maybe you use this next year for Jay, excuse me, to actually win a world title and have a small little run. Which, if you were going to do that, I honestly would have put the fucking title on him at Backlash so we can get the title off that bum. And then it also makes sense because Drew can take the title from Jay because he had a beef with Jay. I wouldn't have minded if Jay won the fucking World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash, but whatever. Anyways, different story for a different day. There is things you can do, but you gotta look at this new bloodline. How long creatively can you have them run rampant on the roster and have it be fresh before the OG bloodline gets involved? You know what I mean? Can you drag that out for 11 more months? Sure you can, like I said, but you're really running the risk of that growing really fucking stale. So, yes, he also then goes on to say, that, again, The Rock is scheduled for WrestleMania 41, and WrestleMania 41 is also scheduled to feature Cody Rhodes versus The Rock. Dwayne's idea is WWE title versus People's title. I fucking love this guy, bro. He's so fucking delusional. Okay.
That's just like so fucking legit,
dude, he is acting like this title is like the most fucking prestigious thing that you can get your hands on, bro. I'm telling you. So, those in WWE have noted that there is no guarantee Rhodes will be champion at that time, which is where the People's Belt comes in. But so many things could change over the course of a year. Hold on. So from my interpretation, if we're not doing WWE title versus People's title, we're just fighting for the People's title? A belt that has a fucking Brahma bull on the fucking front of it?
Imagine Cody is just holding up that Brahma bull title.
Like, bro, this is a fucking glorified FTW title. This is a glazed FTW title, is the People's title. This shit is not prestigious.
It's like glazed World Championship, bro. GTW.
Like, this is the Glazer belt, as we call it. Now, as Bell says, this is Dave, so take this with a grain of salt. But as he does say in here, WWE have noted there's no guarantee Rhodes will be champion at that time. If I'm WWE, I'm not keeping the title on Cody Rhodes. I'm like, and I'm not one of those people that are in the boat of like, oh, this is stale already. Get the title off him. I'm really not. I'm just not having him keep the belt another year. I'm either taking the title off him at Clash, which that's very early, but Clash, Berlin, or SummerSlam. Those are the three spots I'm taking the title off Cody Rhodes. Not everybody has to fucking have a year-long reign. We just got done with that, and it would be okay for Cody, in my opinion. But again, I just want to reiterate, I'm not fucking one of those people that are, saying that his reign is already stale, he cuts the same promo, he this, he that, blah, blah, blah. I'm not one of those people. I'm really not. I think he's doing okay for what he's been given, and you also got to understand, I wouldn't really put a lot of the blame on Cody Rhodes here because the roster they gave him is shit. Okay? They did not give him anything to fuck. They didn't give him chips in this game of poker, okay? They virtually gave him nothing. They basically gave him the Roman roster. Like, okay, we're going to put you around a bunch of guys that, you know, we know can take a loss and have no chance of beating you. And then, you know, that's why I would have liked if they put Gunther on the roster, because when Cody and Gunther eventually came face to face, it would have been legit. Like, oh, okay, this
It
is a
might be
legit.
time
Exactly.
he could beat it.
But anybody on that fucking roster, I look at and I'm like, okay, well, that guy's not beating Cody.
No, exactly. It's the most obvious setup for Rock to take the title from him, and it's so fucking stupid. That path that they're taking is a really bad path. I think it's really gonna backfire on them.
It 100% is. It 100% is. And again, other than Gunther, the only other fucking guy that might have an actual chance, I can't believe I'm saying this, to fucking beat Cody Rhodes for the WWE Championship is fucking Dwayne. So, I don't know, but as of now, according to old Uncle Dave, Uncle Davey boy, this looks like it could genuinely still be the plan for WrestleMania 41, Cody Rhodes and The Rock, which, again, can you do it? Sure. A lot of people said, oh, Cody Rhodes' story's dead after WrestleMania 39. Nobody cares about this anymore. We cannot drag this out. How are you going to drag this out? Blah, blah, blah. They did it. And again, they did keep Jay on a separate roster from them. So could that be the fucking plan? To be honest, I wouldn't be shocked at this point, and it very well could be. But the whole reason I thought Dwayne was lobbying for Vegas for 41 was so he can get him and Roman in Vegas. Because 42, I'm assuming, is going to be in Mania. Or in Minnesota for Mania. It's going to be in Mania. Good Lord. Bear with me, guys. I'm assuming 42 is going to be in Minnesota for WrestleMania. So, in a roundabout way, we're just going to fucking get Dwayne versus Roman in 42 anyway. So,
Exactly. When we could just get it in 41 and get it over with. It's not that special of a match. It's really not. It's going to be special. It's going to be crazy. But it's not
to make us wait 2
saved it up
years?
for- Exactly. It's not that fucking special. Especially the match itself. That man wrestles like he does when, you know, he's not around other it's just one. Oh man, that is going to be a sight to see.
It really is, and I genuinely don't know how they're gonna do that, but I mean, more fucking power to them, I guess. I don't know, man. But yeah, so that is the news on WrestleMania 41. As for some other news regarding WrestleMania, we have WrestleMania cities pre-Endeavor merge. So what cities were in mind before the Endeavor merge? So before maybe even when Vince was still in charge, and a little bit there for about 8-9 months while Triple H was in charge. PW Insider reports that prior to the Endeavor acquisition, WWE contemplated cities like New Orleans, Las Vegas, and Orlando, Florida as primary cities for future events under the guidance of Hans Sabur, WWE's EVP of Special Events. However, after Sabur's departure from WWE to join Full Sail University, plans shifted, ultimately leading to the decision in favor of Las Vegas. Although Minneapolis initially seemed like a probable choice, WWE's change in ownership influenced the decision towards Las Vegas, given its ties to the UFC and market's overall prestige. Regarding New Orleans and Orlando, there's no certainty that they will host future WrestleManias, as future considerations will hinge on which cities will offer the most financial incentives.
Well, it's not even going to happen.
Yeah, I was gonna say Las Vegas didn't even outbid. They
Which financially I do get, you will make more money, I guess,
Mhm.
even if they can outbid you. So yeah, I get that. But like,
right.
at the end of the day, you went to Vegas because you wanted to go to Vegas.
Yeah. As for their other options, I am so glad Hans Sabur left because
Another New Orleans, I would have been so pissed.
another New Orleans and Orlando they've went to in the past 10 years. They've
Twice.
went to
For
New
one of them.
Orleans twice for 30 and 34, and then obviously Orlando was in 33. And if you show back up to Orlando, you got big ass shoes to fill because that is the greatest WrestleMania stage of all time. Do not fucking at me. As
No, 100%.
for Las Vegas, again, like Sir K, they did not outbid, but as they say here, they're considering the market's value overall, right? In Minnesota, you got Mall of America. You might got some good restaurants downtown. You know, just normal, chill. I'm assuming it's a pretty chill, you know, maybe like Chicago turned down to like a 5, you know, of like downtown atmosphere. I'm assuming there's no way it could be as busy as Chicago, but you know, like I said, just turned down a little bit in terms of busyness, you know, but Las Vegas, you got the Strip, you got fucking casinos, I mean, you name it, you know, I mean, now don't get me wrong, those casinos are gonna fucking stink that fucking weekend, as is the Strip. It's gonna fucking smell like must, but,
Oh, dude, that Vegas Strip is gonna regret me so much.
Oh,
Once they
yeah.
Smell,
oh, they're
they
gonna
smell these
reject them,
people.
yeah.
Oh, dude.
Moving
Those
forward,
poor,
they're never gonna hold it again after they get a whiff of some wrestling fans.
those poor dancers on like a lot of those casinos. Those poor women. Yeah, I'm praying for them. They gotta smell wrestling. Oh man.
Yeah, it is not going to be a it's not going to be very light on the nose. All right, if you know what I mean. But yeah, honestly, after reading this, I'm very glad that Hans Sabur is gone from the company because those choices are the most fucking lame choices you could put. The only way this could get any lamer is if you add MetLife Stadium in there in New York. That's the only way this can get lamer. I would like if they made SoFi Stadium a yearly, or no. Who am I, Tony Khan? A like annual thing. Like we have to go to SoFi Stadium at least once every 15 years. You know,
Yeah.
or 10 years, because that was a really good venue. I would love to do it. I know Sir K don't like the city, but I would love eventually way down the line to like do a Mania in Los Angeles. I just love the vibe. I love the vibe, dude. If they could, I know the city's dirty, man. I know the city's dirty, but I would just love to go, especially growing up playing GTA. I would love to go see that. And I would, SoFi Stadium looks fucking beautiful. That's another reason I would really like to go. And I just love the California theme from 39. You know, they were playing, Nothing But a G Thing by, Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I don't know why California Love wasn't the theme to that Mania.
You would think, bro. You would really. It's the perfect song for that.
I don't understand, but you get the point. But yeah, these city choices are fucking, and it's not that they're lame, but it's just like they go there all the time, and it's like if you're gonna do a Mania, like we need to go to this location. It has to be in under 5 years. If you're going to a certain Mania location, do like, we need to go here, every 12 to 15 years, something like that. But at the same, or 10 years or whatever, but keep it fresh, bro. What the fuck are those choices, Vegas is the only one that's fairly new here. You know what I mean? Obviously, Minneapolis, but I'm so glad. Because if Orlando and New Orleans are so lame, they're so lame, I can't even describe it to you guys, man. But yeah, incredibly lame. So yeah, those are your choices there, or those were your original choices. For that, London. This one's for you, Bell. I forgot to tell you, Sir K. Belle did invite us over to her house next year for Easter for WrestleMania.
Look at that. Look at that. Don't know
So
if I'll be able to make it. I think the fucking process to get a passport takes like a year. So,
actually, I heard it's
it'll
pretty
be-
soon. Like it's pretty quick
Really?
now. I heard it.
Oh,
It
okay.
used to be a couple months, but I heard like now since like everything's mainly turned over like digital, I heard they're pretty easy. I heard they only take like 4 to 6 weeks now.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's on the table. That's awesome.
yeah. That is correct, Bell. Like Sir K said it when he was talking about the WrestleMania 41. But yeah, they did confirm the theme song as "Fiend" by Travis Scott, which is a pretty good song. Pretty good song. I like the last weekend song they did, and I like Blinding Lights. I honestly can't remember 37, or was 37 Blinding Lights? 37, whichever one was Blinding Lights, but that one and Gasoline was the 41. I like those two. I honestly can't remember the other three. So, I mean, the weekend's music is all right. I don't listen to him on occasion. Like he's not in my daily catalog in terms of music, but I mean neither is Travis Scott either. But I mean, I'm glad that they switched it up, and the song is good. Fiend is a good song. It is a pretty good song. It looked really good in the little video package they played for WrestleMania, so pretty good choice there. And yeah, they I'm glad they switched it up after 5 fucking years.
Thankfully, man, for 5 years they picked something nice and fresh. I like it a lot.
Definitely, man. And there's so much, good music. There's so much good music that they have passed on because the weekend's music always had to be the WrestleMania theme. Like, man, I mean, there's this one song by Kendrick that would be a pretty good. Count Me Out. It's on Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. That one would be pretty good. Dreams and Nightmares was a song that they played during WrestleMania. It wasn't the theme, or it might have been one of the other theme songs. But there's a lot of good music. There's a lot of good music that they passed up on. That's been coming out. So yeah, there's a lot of good options nowadays, man. So I'm glad that they're expanding their palette in terms of music. Because yeah, I mean the weekend is good, man. But 5 years in a row, I mean, come on, let's switch it up. Let's switch it up.
No,
So,
exactly.
WrestleMania in London. PW Insider is reporting that if London, England wants a WrestleMania and is willing to cough up the money, WWE President Nick Khan and his team will be extremely receptive to the idea. This is good, and I know the report just came out that, Nick Khan said, that for the foreseeable future, the Big Four is going to be on, U.S. soil. I think that's bullshit. I think he was just saying that because of the fact that nothing's for sure. He didn't want to go out there and say, yeah, we're looking to bring WrestleMania to the UK, and then it never happens. You don't want to give people a false sense of hope. You don't want to give people, you don't want to pull a Mikey Ruckus and say, yep, Keith Lee's going to sing his own theme song. We just are using this one for now because it was his wedding weekend. And he still has the fucking same theme song, and they've never done one.
Yeah. Exactly. Don't make false promises. I think that's what they did with that, man. But London Mania will be cool, dude.
Listen, Bell. There is never a day where we can take a rest on Kendrick Lamar. Okay. I hope they use no Drake song. As a matter of fact, for Money in the Bank, I hope they use Meet the Grams as the theme song for the show.
Don't know if they'll use that one.
Or how about Not Like Us? That would be a good theme song. The NBA's been using it. Come on, WWE.
Exactly.
And as a matter of fact, let's use Not Like Us in Toronto. Okay?
I mean, Exactly. That's the perfect place to use it.
Listen, man, Kendrick's been dropping bangers on his ass. Okay? He's on his ass.
Okay.
Right on it.
Okay.
So,
But that would be perfect, use that for a Toronto show. I like that.
yeah, that's a great option. I'm gonna tweet that at Triple H. Can you please have
Maybe-
"Not Like Us" as the theme song to I'm telling you, and this is what I think, bro. Dude, I swear I'm starting to develop a stutter. I don't know if it's because I think and try to talk too fast, but golly, I sound like
Dude,
an
I've been
idiot.
bad with that shit.
Oh, it's horrible.
I've been so bad with that shit.
But anyways, enough of my stutter. Neither of them have dropped in like 4 to 5 days. I genuinely think this is the calm before the storm.
I think so, man. 'Cause I need more drops from Kendrick, man. Drake, I haven't really.
Yeah, I could. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be all right on those. I'll be
But
all right.
I need the Kendrick. That shit's going crazy.
Love me some old Drake, but dude, fucking,
Yeah.
honestly, after Views, and I know a lot of people don't even like that album. I kind of dipped out from his music a lot. Like, yeah, it's been about 8 years since I've like consistently listened to like Drake stuff. Nowadays, you might find like 1 or 2 songs, but ever since
Couple stragglers.
yeah, ever since GTA, I liked a couple of Kendrick songs, bro, but probably a couple years ago, I started getting in, and like actually as I got older, I'm like, man, I really like the deep meanings behind a lot of his songs, bro. So, hey, it's classic, bro. It's a classic.
It really is.
Yeah, but this man, like I said on the Backlash review, fucking 3 fucking bangers in 72 hours, bro. And Def Rebel can't even fucking produce a banger a year. They have about 3 hits in their catalog, and it's been fucking 4 years, almost 5, they've been on the job.
God.
What a joke.
So bad.
Anyways, I definitely need some more drops, Bell. Gotta disagree with you there, because this man Kendrick has been those are so good. Those fucking songs are so good, dude. Anyways, enough about this beef. Yeah, so it looks like WrestleMania might be coming to London. If it's not too far away from Armenia in Minnesota, or maybe this comes before Armenia in Minnesota, I'd definitely be willing to look at it, depending on how close it is after Armenia. But yeah, I'd definitely be willing to look, because I just know you guys are gonna kill it. You guys are going to fucking kill it, bro.
It'll be insane.
Yeah, I mean, you seen how France was, dude? Anytime they go international, literally anytime, it doesn't matter where it is internationally, anytime they go there, dude, it's just, it's nuts. It's nuts. In the UK, London, always a banger crowd. Always a banger crowd. You guys have never been a bad crowd. But yeah, you guys have never been a bad crowd, and I really hope that that's the one thing that scares me about Mania, is you guys are gonna get a lot of people from the US, so I would hate for that to kind of ruin the atmosphere. I would like it to be a lot of people from the UK, because you guys are what make the crowd, and if there's a bunch of people from the fucking US who like to sit in their seats and just stare at shit the whole time and not make an ounce of noise, that might dip into the atmosphere a little bit. But I'll tell you, if we show up, we're coming to fucking show out, okay? If you guys fucking take your shoes off, take your shoe off if you hate Zach Gibson chant, hey, I'm fucking there, okay? I'm gonna be right fucking there, next to all you guys with my goddamn shoe off, doing your chants or whatever you guys got going on. I'm there for it. But you know how fans in the US are, bro. They're pretty lame, to be honest. But if you guys do get that Mania, whether we're there or not, I'm fucking pumped for you guys, man. And some early live streams should be pretty cool.
Oh, dude, that'll be dope as shit. I like the sound of that.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I hope they make London, or at least like, and somewhere in England, a staple spot. Like, we need to do a pay-per-view in England every year.
Oh, 100%. We have to.
Definitely. Definitely, man. So speaking of some WrestleManias,
Okay.
the president of General Authority of Saudi Entertainment. I'm going to butcher this name, so I apologize in advance. Turki Al Sheikh. Turki Al Sheikh. I just know I butchered the hell out of that, but that guy revealed to ESPN that an upgrade to the existing agreement between the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and WWE will be announced this month. He is looking to bring a Royal Rumble or a WrestleMania to Saudi Arabia. So, oh man, how you feeling about this, bro?
We get shafted for Saudi. That's gonna be my breaking. But I could live with a Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I could live with a Royal Rumble. I don't know how CM Punk's going to participate in that one. He might have to sit out that year. Unless he's a fucking dork. But I don't know. I don't know how CM Punk's gonna cooperate with that one, but
it'll take the same flight as The Miz.
Saudi's not too good of a crowd, which is, again, why me and Bell constantly mention, we constantly make sure to bring it up, how they outclass the Double or Nothing crowd, because the reason we mention that is because Saudi's usually a pretty bad crowd, and the fact that they outclassed a fucking AEW Las Vegas crowd is just still mind-boggling to me to this day. And it's probably going to happen again this year. And yeah, and so and see, that weekend has gotten so, just boring from the AEW side. We've literally turned that weekend into a double review where we actually review the Saudi show. That might be our first Saudi show post-review.
Oh fuck! I think will it be?
It'll be our first under the Notorious Heels podcast banner. I know many years ago we did the Greatest Royal Rumble, but that was when my channel was called something different.
Something legendary.
No, it wasn't legendary. We're not talking about the old name of my channel. We're talking about the fucking podcast right now. Anyways, what were you saying? No, it wasn't a
really didn't review one?
No. Nope.
Fuck. That's wild. That's gonna be crazy. Exciting.
We do already have the graphics made for King and Queen of the Ring. Amazing. They look all right, pretty good, if I do say so myself. So I think you guys are gonna shut up. I think you guys are gonna enjoy them. Hopefully. So yeah, looking pretty good, man. Looking pretty good. So, anyways, what were you saying? You said you can live with a Royal Rumble. But you didn't get to Mania yet, and I'm very excited to hear your stance on this. I feel like I know where it's going.
But Mania would be trash over there. It's just not built. Mania needs a worldwide amount of people. It's an attraction. It really is.
Yeah.
And I don't think many people are going to be taking that flight over to Saudi Arabia. No. I don't think fucking Jimmy and his family are going to be taking that flight over to get them ringside seats, bro. So I just don't think a Mania would win. And I would be so livid if we got shafted for a Saudi Mania.
Yeah.
That would be my breaking point. But I wouldn't be too upset with one. Won't be able to watch CM Punk that night, but I can live with it.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, similar to you, I'm in agreement on that. The Royal Rumble, I can live with that. It's probably gonna suck because let's just say there's somebody in NXT. Odds are they fucking won't know who the hell they are. And a lot of times, at least for the Women's Royal Rumble, a lot of time it has to be littered with NXT talent because they don't have enough on the main roster to, do a 30-woman Royal Rumble, but that's going to kind of suck. That's going to kind of suck, man. But what would be nice is if you ever do want Sami Zayn to do that world title run, maybe Saudi Arabia is the place where he wins a Royal Rumble. So maybe that could be pretty cool. I know, Sammy is able to attend those shows now, and, they're pretty important to him. So that's very cool. And maybe that could be the spot where they finally do it. But as for WrestleMania, that's a hard no for me. That is a hard no for me. There's no way you do a fucking WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia. There's just absolutely that would just be absolutely horrible. You'd be giving up a lot of money. I know, and maybe not, because maybe Saudi, whatever WWE misses out on, Saudi will be willing to pay the difference, and reimburse them, I guess, for the money that they would have had if they went to a location that people actually want to travel to. But the fact that the hard truth of the matter is, not a lot of people are going to want to attend a Saudi Arabia WrestleMania, so you're missing out on a lot of tourist attractions and, people coming out there and stuff. So honestly, that would be a horrible move. I would be okay with a Royal Rumble though.
Oh yeah, exactly. I would definitely be okay with a Royal Rumble. That would be fine.
Definitely, man. And our last bit, our last bit of WrestleMania related news. WrestleMania 43. Talking about 43 now, man. The Detroit Sports Commission is preparing a bid to host WrestleMania 43 at Ford Field by 2027. This will celebrate 20 years of WrestleMania at WrestleMania 23 and 40 years of WrestleMania of 43, both held in Detroit. See, if you want to do traditions or keeping manias in spots, this is nice. Like every 20 years, you go to Detroit. And I know Detroit was a horrible crowd for SummerSlam. That's because you're getting a lot of people from Detroit. But it's an indoor arena on the East Coast, which is what WWE wants. They don't want outdoor in the East Coast. So, indoor arena, East Coast. You're not getting a Detroit crowd. It's not going to be as bad as SummerSlam's crowd from last year. You're actually going to be getting a WrestleMania crowd, so people from all around the world. And I dig it. And it's a nice tradition because it's far apart and, it's far apart and, it has time to breathe. You're not going to Detroit for Mania every fucking year. Like Las Vegas and Double or Nothing. Again, 5 years later, they haven't gone outside of the state of Nevada in 5 fucking years of doing the show.
That's insane, dude. That system is so shit.
Horrible. But how you feeling about this, man?
It's interesting. I'm okay with that. Those type of traditions, like every certain milestone you do this, or every certain that you do that. I don't mind those traditions, and I don't think a Detroit would be bad, man. I didn't really like it for SummerSlam. Didn't fit the vibe of SummerSlam, and a pure Detroit crowd wasn't all that special. It really wasn't. But I think a Mania would. I'd be fine with it over there.
Yeah, you remember those goofs at that one Dynamite that sat in front of us that were from Michigan? Fucking Michigan people. Like, to quote somebody on this podcast, I'm not going to tell you who he is, but he very well could be sitting right next to me, but he very well couldn't be. If you're from Detroit, don't come to Chicago, man, fuck you.
I mean, no fucking come to Chicago, man.
Shout out to Danielle. Fuck you, I guess.
You're the exception.
Okay. We got one. We got one here. Logan's from Minnesota, not Michigan.
No, I said Eminem.
Oh, I thought
got
you said
right too.
unload. I was
He
okay.
gets
Yeah,
a pass too.
of course. Got to give Eminem the pass for sure. But otherwise, I should have put the quote up on the screen. If you're from Michigan, don't come to Chicago, man. Fuck you.
And the picture could just be one of the many you have me fucking narking out.
Very,
Discord.
very wise words from a truly intelligent individual on that day.
Truly. It very was. Very.
Yeah, I still have the clip of that amazing quote in my camera roll. So maybe one day I'll roll that for you guys, man. So
Goated.
I might have to roll the backstage footage of that, bro. So yeah, man. Yeah. So again, this, would make it, things like this are special, right? We come here every 20 years, right? AEW announces, we're going to the MGM Grand, 5-year anniversary for Double or Nothing. Is it special? No. Would it have been special if they say we're returning to the MGM Grand for Double or Nothing for the first time in 5 years? We're going back to Las Vegas in the that's what I suggested. If Tony Khan likes his tradition so much, bring All Out to Chicago every 5 years.
Oh yeah.
That way it's special, right? Oh shit, All Out's coming back to Chicago, bro. We gotta go, man. We gotta go. All In took place in this very, state 5 years ago. It's a special occasion, right? No, it's not fucking special when you go there every year. It starts to lose the magic, okay? And the magic is lost in terms of, his, little venue traditions or whatever. It's a horrible concept, but here, these Detroit Manias are 20 years apart. Not bad. I like it, 20-year anniversary, okay. I could do that. And obviously WrestleMania 3 is one of the most historic WrestleManias. It's where fucking Hulk Hogan, according to him, tore every bone in his back. His fucking back basically exploded in the middle of the ring as he lifted Andre the Giant, who was 800 pounds, as Hogan says. He was 800 pounds, brother. Even though sometimes he was 6, sometimes he was 5, sometimes he was 4, sometimes he was 7, 8. Yeah.
650, every number on the book. He tore every muscle in his body, and he slammed him on the ground. Don't know how his body was at purple after that.
How did he not fall over?
Like, dude, if you tore every muscle in your body, you would literally be like a fucking grimace just laying on the ground. Like, what?
I don't know.
That's not how it works.
Hogan said it, so it must be true. So
Old Hogan, generational liar.
Yeah, seriously. But yeah, man. So that is the news on the on WrestleMania 43 possibly going to Detroit, or at least them commissioning to and lobbying to get the WrestleMania. So speaking of some more WWE news, not much AEW news on today's episode, man, to be honest, bro. So not much news on AEW. So we're going to start with more releases by the WWE. According to the Wrestling Observer, Gable Steveson and Boa have both been released by the WWE. How you feeling, man?
Dang. Sucks when people lose their job, man. Gable Steveson really wasn't good, so I don't think it's much of a loss there. I forgot Boa was employed. I didn't know he still was. I wish the best for him. And as for Gable Steveson, I already heard that the NFL already wants him or something. So
He had a what?
goodbye, man. NFL already wants him.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
I did
so-
see that, yeah.
So good riddance.
I
for
thought
him.
you said he caught a felony. I was like, hold on, fucking back the fuck up. Well, I mean, he was right there until it got covered up. So.
Yeah, he got fucking Jimmy Snuka, so he won it out on that one. But good riddance for Mr. Gable Steveson. As for Boa, I hope he finds work, somewhere else.
Definitely, man. And this is the problem with calling a guy like Gable Steveson the next Kurt Angle again. There's never going to be another Kurt Angle similar to how they did Parker Bordeaux or Parker Boudreaux or whatever his name is. This guy's going to be the next Brock Lesnar just based off the fact that he looks like him. And Gable Steveson, you know, this guy's going to be the next Kurt Angle because he's an Olympic. Bro, if you're looking at any... Well, first of all, nobody's going to be the next Kurt Angle. If you're looking at anybody that's similar and comes from a similar background to Kurt Angle, don't be looking at this guy because he's already on the fucking roster. And his name is Chad Gable. Chad Gable is so fucking smooth. He reminds me of Kurt Angle so much. It is not even funny how much he reminds me of fucking Kurt Angle. But you get the point. You get the fucking point, man. Gable was never that guy. He had the fucking charisma of my fucking drink coaster right here, okay? Again, he had the fucking charisma in my C4 can, okay? The guy never cut it. He was shit in the ring. This fucking guy was so bad, he turned Baron Corbin babyface, who was working heel in that match, which now Corbin is a babyface with the Wolf Dogs, and, you know, they had a pretty cool run, but at the time, Baron Corbin was a heel. You know, if you would have told, you know, it's almost like Roman Reigns turning Jinder Mahal babyface in 2018. It's impossible. And he did it. Similar to how Baron Corbin did it. Or the crowd did it for Baron Corbin, rather. How Gable Steveson did it for Baron Corbin. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. It's insane. Literally, that's how bad he was.
And then, you know, it was never going to last. And then, you know, they said for the longest time his progression is going horribly. So, you know, that was just never going to work. And then as for Boa, I know he was, you know, he was doing that stint with fucking Jimmy Choo or Wendy Choo or whatever her name was in NXT for a little bit when she was that, you know, evil Japanese lady. And then that stopped, and who knows, I guess they just had him sitting around doing nothing. Yeah, Gable Steveson and Boa are gone. I wish him the best. I wish Boa the best. As for Gable Steveson, I really don't know how I feel about that guy. Just based off what we heard about him. Just based off what we hear about him and all the stuff going on with him. Hey, Bill. No, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with a little Fetty Wap classic. All right. I'm in Jimmy Choo's, but I'm in Robin jeans, or something Jimmy Choo's, but I'm in Robin jeans. But, anyways, but yeah, Gable Steveson is gone from the company, man, and yeah, honestly, I don't think this is too much of a loss for WWE at all. Yeah, he sucked.
Oh, 100%. So it's not much of a loss.
100%. 100%, man. So, speaking of more people leaving WWE, instead this guy wasn't released. Instead, he was not renewed. Jerry Lawler is no longer with WWE as the company quietly declined to renew his contract, thus ending a relationship between the two that began back in late 1992. Under the previous ownership, Lawler would have always been taken care of and connected with the company in some way contractually, but this is a new era. The old company is dead. Right. According to PW Insider. Yeah, I mean, the old company is dead. I don't really know what Jerry Lawler would have done, you know, to get, you know, the company to, you know, not decline his contract. I'm assuming he was probably just kept around. Maybe he didn't have the best relationship with people, and maybe he was just a Vince guy. I don't really know the inner workings behind all that, but what were you going to say?
One thing I heard, and a lot of people speculated this a lot with TKO, and I think this is like the first sign that it's going to happen, is that they're going to stop with the Legends contract. I don't think TKO likes the Legends contracts because they really don't get anything, you know, back from them.
Yeah.
So
It's just
I
dishing out
think
money, basically.
to them exactly. So I genuinely think this is going to be the first of a lot of people of like that older talent with legend contract
Yeah,
that
because
I'm going to get them no more.
I know they just gave them to the Dudley boys, but we did see the Dudley boys at the draft. So maybe if you're a legend, maybe it's going to be somewhere. Because Jerry Lawler's never on TV. So maybe those
No.
contracts are only going to be eligible to people that at least show up a couple times a year. Or maybe that's going to be an obligation going forward.
Yeah, at least show up. Like you just got to appear on television like once a year. Or you got to
Or
do something. Like I don't think they'll get rid of it with like Taker or Stone Cold because they kind of have their own shows with the company. So as long as you're doing the company, I think fine.
yeah, yeah, so or at least or yeah, or just at least like maybe working backstage, is going to be
Yeah,
something. Like you got to be doing something. Like I could see them
can't
giving
be
legends contracts, but it's not going to be a thing where, they're like a Jerry
you just
Lawler where you just sit home and get a bag.
exactly. So it's interesting, and it does suck for a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's kind of fucked up. It was at least one thing Vince did that was respectable.
Yeah, for
Pay
sure.
people that aren't gonna really have many other ways to make money nowadays with age. So it sucks for a lot of people.
It does. It does definitely. But yeah, I mean, I get it from TKO's perspective. They don't want to just be paying people to sit at home. Maybe you got to be doing something. But again, like that, it is, if like Sir K said, if there's something from Vince's regime that you can, commend him on, it's getting money to these people that did give their lives and their bodies to professional wrestling and to his company. So it's very nice of him to do that, but it looks like that's all gone. And yeah, I want to address Bell's comment. Tony, don't fucking do it, because if there's one thing about Jerry Lawler, oh, I can't. I'm not he's all right as a commentator, dude, but I can't still like average at best. But I mean, half the time he's just screaming, and God forbid there's a fucking woman on his screen, because he is just
No.
horny as fuck for no reason.
Only thing he was good at when I like look at old clip was like segment reactions. He
Yeah.
was good at.
Mhm.
That's really the only thing he was good at. But Tony Khan, you have Jim Ross, don't do it, dude. Don't mark out. Put those fucking two together on like Collision or I mean I don't watch, but still, for the few fucking for the 10 colliders there are, don't do it to them, man. They don't deserve.
That's another thing I want to address that Bell says. I could see them only doing that for people that do bring in like a lot of merch money.
Like a Taker, Stone Cold, people like that.
Yeah. Because I know Taker just got one, or Taker just renewed his, even though his was like a fucking 15-year deal anyway. His was like a...
Hey, bro, what are you renewing?
Yeah, he might as well pull a LeBron at this point and just sign a fucking lifetime deal like LeBron has with Nike. Might as well.
On a 67-year deal.
Might as well, bro. Like Logan, and then Logan says too, for a lot of these guys, we're not going to be getting a lot more older figures or older guys. I'm not going to lie, bro. Thank fucking God. I mean, this sucks for retro collectors, but I fucking hate. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my man Bill from Mattel. Man's on top of his game. Killing the game. I mean, killing the fucking figure game. He is. But if I got to say anything about Bill, bro, the amount of fucking classics, amount of retro figures this guy gets us, dude, I'm good, bro. I don't need a fucking Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and fucking Macho Man every 3 sets. Come on, dude. What are we doing? That's one thing Bill got to slow down on. And I mean, the amount of Ultimate Editions spots that get wasted with Legends, despicable.
God knows.
Again, every fucking time I go into Target, there's a new Ultimate Hogan, a new Ultimate Macho Man, or a new Ultimate Warrior. Bro, enough, bro. I like, dude, give me some modern Ultimates, please, for the love of God. For the love of God, man. So yeah, Jerry Lawler not renewed with the WWE. So I wish Jerry the best, and I hope he can find something that, gets him a little bit of money, so he can continue to live comfortably.
Yeah.
Speaking of more contracts, Kevin Owens, while speaking to Alistair McGeorge of Metro, Owens confirmed ahead of WWE Backlash that his current deal has 9 months remaining. He says, I really don't take anything for granted. I've got 9 months left on my contract. I don't know what can happen from here on out. That's just life. If I've learned anything over the last few years, nothing is guaranteed. I've learned that through some unfortunate events. We've lost so many good people that was never expected. That's just one example of how I do not take anything for granted. How I look at things now. This has been my home for 10 years, and it's beyond locker room. There's some very, very, very special people that work behind the scenes that I've become very close with, and I really can't imagine not seeing them as a part of my life, Owens said.
Okay.
Yeah, y'all really think Kevin Owens is going somewhere now?
He ain't leaving, bro. He has friends on the other side, but I think his home is WWE.
Yeah, and with guys like Kevin Owens staying, I think, this was a guy that was, a lot of people were thinking like, wow, this guy actually might leave the company. A couple of years ago, he stayed with WWE. Talk about a gamble. He signed with WWE in that Vince McMahon era, not knowing what could fucking happen. And then the guy ends up main eventing WrestleMania twice. Back-to-back years. Once against Austin, which was a banger match. And then fucking the tag team match the next year at 39, which was one of the greatest tag team matches in the company's history. And one of the greatest tag team matches of all time, in my opinion. In terms of emotional investment and match quality itself. And then this year at WrestleMania, put on another banger match. Triple H loves him. He's a Triple H guy. And I think there's a lot of writing on the wall that maybe now isn't the best time to go over to AEW, especially when you're in WWE and you're one of their favorites. I mean, like he says, unless anything drastic changes, I don't think this man's going anywhere. Then you got to look at his kids. Are his kids going to want to wrestle one day? Maybe. If that's the case, Owens has got the Performance Center, right there, just like Ray did with Dominic. So you got to look at that as well. Yeah. Early prediction. I don't think Owens is going anywhere. But like I said, anything could happen.
Exactly. You can never say never nowadays, but I really don't think it will happen. I think he's going to stay.
Definitely, man. And speaking of Dominic, actually, the Wrestling Observer reports that Dominic is expected to return from his injury in 6 to 8 weeks by undergoing rehabilitation on his injury. So, thankfully, no surgery, as Dominic said in a tweet a couple weeks ago. So it looks like he's just doing rehab, and it looks like it's going to be 6 to 8 weeks for Dirty Dom to return to action. So, yeah.
Good for him, man. He didn't have to get surgery, and it's not going to be long, and it's going to be great to see him come back soon.
Definitely, man. Speaking of some more injuries, as we jump over to the few AEW stories we have on today's episode. According to Fightful Select, Wheeler Yuta has been dealing with concussion symptoms for months. He wrestled last on January 10th, earlier this year. As of now, there is no timetable for Wheeler Yuta's return.
Damn.
I don't know why he's still the ROH Pure Champion. But who fucking cares, to be honest? Honestly,
get an interim champ.
Yeah, Oh, that's a great point too, Bell. You know, if Sammy will probably end up staying as well, and I mean, you know, there's a lot of guys that are friends with people in AEW, and a lot of those guys are staying. Finn, you know, and now you know you can add Kevin Owens to the list, who has a guy who's very close to the Bucks and all those guys over there, and they chose to stay with WWE. So, you know, don't put it past. Don't put it past. You know, maybe one day seeing the Bucks and Omega and those guys go over to WWE. I could absolutely see it. But different story for a different day. But yeah, man. Wheeler Yuta is still the pure champion. Why, I have no idea. But he's still there. As the champ. But I mean, like I said, who really cares about Ring of Honor anyway? And this sucks. I've been asking for months what happened to Wheeler Yuta, and all we heard that he was injured and there was no timetable, and now it looks like it's concussion symptoms. And we know Adam Cole was out of action for about a year, man. So this sucks. This really sucks for Wheeler, and I hope he can get back as soon as possible, bro. Because you know these concussion things are always scary, and they're also something that you do not want to fuck around with.
100%, man. Those things are literally man. So I hope everything goes well for him, man. And I hope we could see him as soon as possible, man. Those things are the worst.
Absolutely. AEW, man. More AEW news. Now talking about one of their partnerships. Steve Muehlhausen, who managed wrestling social media content for DAZN, revealed on Twitter that despite AEW's efforts to collaborate by providing talent for interviews and meeting other requests, DAZN did not invest much in promoting AEW on their platform. Muehlhausen highlighted that DAZN allocated less than 5% of its budget for boxing and MMA to promote AEW, which limited the exposure and growth potential of the wrestling content. Muehlhausen described the situation as a missed opportunity, stating that wrestling had a real shot at DAZN, but it ultimately never got the opportunity it deserved, as the sports entertainment streaming service DAZN has ended its contract with AEW after just 1 year due to what they considered underperforming numbers. The decision to terminate the contract came as a surprise to some fans, giving AEW's growing popularity in the professional wrestling world. AEW and DAZN's partnership, originally envisioned as a multi-year deal to bring All Elite Wrestling to a wider audience in 42 markets across Europe and Asia, has come to an abrupt end after just 1 year after it was announced. The original deal covered a significant amount of AEW content, including AEW Dynamite, Rampage, Dark Elevation, Battle of the Belts, and 4 annual pay-per-views. Speculation about AEW's Speculation about the deal's future arose in 2024. Fans noticed AEW content had quietly disappeared from DAZN's platform. The removal initially went undressed with no public explanation. However, it was later confirmed that the contract had been terminated on December 31st, 2023 due to broadcast falling falling short of DAZN's expectations. Only a few events such as All In 2023, the early phase of AEW Collision, and certain select episodes met the exceeded desired numbers.
Damn.
Man.
Ain't a good look, man. It's really not.
No, it's not a good look. You know, I know it says in the article AEW has growing popularity, but I think a lot of the reason has to do with DAZN being a boxing and MMA app and not really a professional wrestling app. So they did not want to push AEW like the Steve Muehlhausen. I can't remember what his title was. Let's see. He managed the wrestling social media content for DAZN. So he said they were never given a proper chance. So that sucks. But again, that's a boxing and MMA platform. I don't know why, you don't go to, I mean, Fight is too, and Fight is pretty popular for professional wrestling. So maybe that's just what you got to stick with when it comes to AEW talent, or AEW content, I mean. But again, it was a boxing and MMA app, so it doesn't surprise me they didn't really give them a chance. But who's to say a little bit of that doesn't have to do, I know it says in the article they have a growing popularity, but honestly, at this point with AEW, that couldn't be further from the truth. When's the last time Tony Khan's bragged about, we had a record gate tonight, we broke the attendance for all outs or double or nothings? He hasn't bragged about that in a while, and it's because a lot of people don't want to come out to these shows, and it sucks. It sucks, you don't want to prey on AEW's downfall, man. We want them to get better, but again, it's the hard truth, it's the harsh reality and the harsh truth of the situation. And when's the last time we've heard stuff like that from those in AEW? It's been a while, but I think both of those factors, I think both of those factors come into play here. I think it's a little bit of both, to be honest, but either way, not, like Sir K says, at the end of the day, it is not a good look at face value.
Exactly, 100%. Like from the article says, they didn't do a good job of promoting AEW, pushing it out to viewers, which that in itself is its own problem. But at the end of the day, if it was 2021 AEW, I feel like they wouldn't have had that problem. So it's kind of a mixed bag of both. Both parties are at fault for what happened, man. But at the end of the day, it just doesn't look good.
Yeah, no, not at all. Tony Khan recently talked about free agents, and I figured I'd add this in here for our little comedy segment of the show. He talked about free agents, and he was talking about why free agents choose to join AEW over WWE. Okay. So according to Cincy360, I believe this was an interview he did, we have what I believe is the most exciting matches, and we have great stories happening. We're really a challenger brand. We're fighting against an establishment, and we've built a huge fan base in a pretty quick time. People love the fast-paced matches, exciting action, and the interviews in AEW. I think people really feel a connection with the wrestlers. We don't script the interviews here. I think one major difference, I think our biggest strength is the quality of athletes and the charisma of our biggest stars. Some of the biggest names in wrestling are in AEW, and that's the reason why big free agents want to come here instead, because this is where the best wrestle. There it is. Right at the end. Oh, God.
I hate that phrase so much, dude. I fucking hate that phrase.
Bro. WWE likes to, or a lot of fans like to say, WWE's bad at the free agent game. Sure, they don't get the Will Ospreys and the Okadas and the Mercedes. And I'm not going to be tribalistic and say, we didn't need them anyway. WWE could have absolutely fucking used, I mean, those are fucking top tier talents right there. But here's the thing. WWE's good at extending people. They're good at locking people down before the contracts even come up. AEW? How many of these guys that have coming up contracts are going to look at AEW and re-sign there? You think Malachi Black's going to do that? Think Keith Lee's going to do that? You think, I mean, look at a guy like Andrade. You think Andrade even fucking thought twice about staying in AEW?
That man hauled his ass back.
so you can sit there and say, WWE, Triple H sucks at free agents. Triple H doesn't let his talent get to free agency. He locks them down beforehand. Look at Becky, Seth, Drew. Just re-signed all of them. And of course, you got your tribalists. Well, we didn't need them anyway. We didn't need Becky, Hogan, and, Seth is injury prone. We didn't need him anyway. We didn't need Drew McIntyre, blah, 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 blah. You could be tribalistic all you want. At the end of the day, AEW lost out on good stuff. WWE lost out on good stuff. And that's the end of it. You know what I mean? And hey, is it really a loss for either company? Because you look at the WWE aspect of it, shit, we didn't get Will Ospreay. We didn't get Okada. We didn't get Mercedes. Okay, we got Io. We got Bianca. We got, we got all these people. Doghouse Radio. How's it going? Thank you guys
What's
for
up, man?
thank you guys for coming in. Thank you.
Thank you guys. How you guys doing?
But then you could look at that from an AEW perspective too, and oh fuck, man, we lost Drew, Becky, Seth, Owens, or whatever. We lost these guys. We lost all these guys. Blah blah blah. Well, you got to look at the other side of that coin too. Okay, we might have lost them, but we got fucking the Young Bucks here, the greatest fucking tag team of all time, in my opinion. Okay, we got Kenny Omega, we got Bryan Danielson. Everybody loses, but it's not a loss because, you take L's, but you still got the same W's. You just got to learn how to use those W's, especially in AEW's case. But I appreciate it. I appreciate you. And hey, we are very, very happy to have you on board. So thank you.
Truly. Thank you, man. Thank you.
So yeah. Oh God. And Ricky fucking he's another one. Do you think Ricky Starks? Do you think he's even considering staying with AEW? No.
There's no fucking
He's
way.
gone.
There's no way. Man is gone fucking 2 years ago at this point, let alone
In my brain, Ricky Starks is already a WWE talent.
Oh, 100%. He's not a rare WWE talent already.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him official. Legally.
Yeah, in my mind, the pen's are ready to paper.
God.
It really is. It really is, man. Ricky Starks is 100% going to WWE. No fucking question. No question.
Oh,
but
100%.
yeah, man. So this is what Tony Khan says, man. We got great stories happening, man. We got, what are they saying here? The most exciting matches, man. People love fast-paced matches. Do they, Tony? Man, you are really clicking onto that fucking niche audience, man.
Dude, those fucking 3,000 people that show up every one of those shows. Boy, he loves them. I mean, he used to have over 10 every week, but those 3,000, they really do it for him.
They used to brag about Dynamite sellouts every week, and now we fucking can barely sell over $3,000 tickets.
God, insane, dude.
Right.
Do a niche of a niche.
It really is. It really is. All right, man. Jumping over to, well, actually, we could be talking about Tony's favorite son. The guy that was Mr. AEW before it was Bryan Danielson, apparently. I can't wait to talk about that, man. So, CM Punk, Tony's favorite son, man. He originally refused a WWE attempt of Cult of Personality, man. This is interesting. Now again, I want to apologize. In the thumbnail, there was a thumbnail about him rejecting a Def Rebel song. I got the story wrong. That's on me. So I want to thank Logan for the assist on that one, as fucking all great managers do. So I want to thank him for the assist, and sorry about that confusion. I was misreading wrong. A lot of articles. Not to blame the article, because I should have proofread better, but again, a lot of the articles were insinuating that he rejected it at his return, so made my mind go to Def Rebel, so I apologize for that, but this is an older story. According to Corey Glover on the Drinks with Johnny podcast. They had their own music division in WWE, and they were going to have somebody make a song that sounded similar to Cult of Personality. But and that was going to be his entrance music. He says, number one, I don't want that. I want the real thing. He's one of the talents that actually got in his contract that wherever he goes, that song goes with him.
That's what more people got to do, man.
Yes. Oh, if I'm Sheamus, which I would think he did, if I'm Sheamus, that's what more people have to do, because in this day and age, nobody's going to look out for your theme song other than you. You got to look out for your song, because look at how that went for 90% of these people that had good music, and they have to get it changed for no fucking reason, you know? If WWE is going to cough up money for a theme song, you know, I'm sure that might bring the talent's wage down a little bit, maybe, you know, I'm sure that's maybe a bargaining chip. Like, I'll take less money if, you know, you put that money into my theme song. Maybe that's how they do it. Maybe not. But I expect Drew to do that. I expect Sheamus to do that. And that's what Punk did. And that's a smart fucking move on his part.
Mm-hmm. It's really fucking smart. Way more people that. And we need to see it. And God, I can't imagine anything, especially a knockoff version song. Oh, that would have been so bad.
It would have, man. But yeah, man. So CM Punk did reject a theme song many years ago. They were going to try to make something that sounded like Cult of Personality, but thankfully, as Punk does best, stand on business and got his song, man. Got his song. All right.
Oh yeah.
Moving over. Backlash. The Backlash Media Scrum. The Backlash Press Conference. Lucas Charpiat. Apologize. I know I butchered that. The journalist who asked Triple H about Drew Gulak had this to say on the matter. He says, he was talking about, you know, what happened after he asked the question. He says there were audible groans from other media at the scrum when he asked his question. Somebody from PR said to him, "What a dumb thing to ask." And Lucas responded by telling WWE PR, I was paid to be in this room to be a journalist, not a fan." Immediately,
Finally, someone fucking does it.
Immediately, Lucas Charpiat is at the top of my journalist list. I love that man.
Dude.
Already.
Man already has more integrity than fucking Sean Ross Sack, all the Fightful, fucking Meltzer, all.
Which, I didn't want to address that because it just seemed like just bogus drama in the IWC. And I know my man Sir K got beef with Sean Ross Sapp, so, you know, got to hold it down to the fort. But in that regard, he does. In that regard, we're Fightful and PW Insider, you know, journalists to completely throw all of their work under the bus. No. But in that regard, in that story, they got that story wrong. They said Drew Gulak was released. So, hey, we fucking said Eric Young was released. We had to get fucking buried by the guy on Twitter. If we got to stand on business, you know, it's okay when they do it to the smaller creators, but it's not okay when they do it to a big group like Fightful. And then people come at us for standing on business for our work and the work and time we put into our shit, but people feel bad for Fightful. It's a stupid game we got running here. But again, was that wrong to discredit their work? It was. But again, in that regard, they got the story wrong. You know? So, I mean, they got the story wrong. That's just how journalism works. You get the story right, nobody acknowledges you. You get the story wrong, everybody comes down on you. You know, it's similar You know, I mean, it's similar to any form of content creation. You do good work, nobody fucking shows appreciation. You do bad work, everybody wants to fucking come down on you. It's just
Exactly, man.
how it fucking works. But again, if they got the story wrong, which they did say he got released, then, I mean, Triple H, I mean, he was kind of just stating the truth. But as for this reporter, Lucas, that's one thing I hate about WWE media scrums. I remember at, a couple media scrums ago, it's Triple H and it's Paul Heyman. If you ask them a real question, they get so fucking butthurt and they get like mad at you. Like you could just hear the ignorance on their voice. Like,
they would be fucking pissed.
Like that's one thing about Tony Khan. I mean, he does not answer, but at least he thanks the person for asking the question. He says, "No, that's a good question, but I mean, half the times he says it's a good question, but I can't answer it." At least he's nice and he's graceful to you. But at the WWE media scrums, like they genuinely like take it personally. Like they start fucking moaning and groaning and they're just fucking, they act all pissy, that you asked the question, and it's just like, dude, I just asked a fucking question. I'm not trying to fucking hurt you personally,
Exactly.
But I don't know.
The WWE tried to just so hard to get like this in between, because they also get annoyed when you ask really fucking stupid questions.
Yeah.
Like, what did you think about the match? But they also get annoyed when you ask real ass. So, I'm not gonna act like fucking on your chin and ask the real question. No, fuck you. I'm gonna ask a real ass journal question, bro.
Yeah.
That's my job. What the fuck?
It makes no sense, and his response was perfect. I mean, dude, again, like he says, he's in the fucking room to be a journalist. He's not there to be a fan. He's not like the rest of these fucking PR people. They're just there to, mark out for, "Oh, Paul, you had such a great show, and they were, what did you think about the chants? What did you think about the camera shaking?"
Like, bro.
I mean, it's fucking stupid, bro. I mean, like, you get an actual journalist in there and WWE PR what a dumb thing to ask. That's not a dumb thing to ask. He asked about controversy in the company. And if I'm being honest, guys like Triple H, guys like Paul Heyman, they need more fucking PR training. You can't just be assholes to people that ask you fucking real questions.
No, exactly. You gotta be legit with them. You gotta take the question. If you don't like it, oh well, take it and move on.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah, I mean, it's so simple. It's so simple. It's just as simple as, well, that was a great question. However, Drew Gulak was not released from the company. He was indeed just not renewed. But yeah, that's it regarding Drew Gulak. He wasn't released. I know the reports that said he was released. He wasn't released. He just wasn't renewed with the company.
That simple, dude. It's that dude, Sean Ross, bro. That man, tantrum, goated, dude. Forever goated. Making fucking talking about Triple H cold and apologize. That is hilarious, bro. Where is it? That, bro. I want to hear that apology.
And then I seen they sent him like cheese or something.
They sound like a pizza or something or some shit. Like,
yeah,
bro,
they sent like
get the
French
fuck
cheese or like some shit. Like, dude, again,
get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I mean, again, dude, it's like, do you guys, does Fightful and PW Insider, those are two of the better ones, to be honest. I mean, but again, they get shit wrong. And again, that's how this game works, bro. You make good content, nobody fucking shows appreciation. You make bad content, there'll be 99 motherfuckers waiting to tell you how much you fucked up. It's the name of the fucking game, bro. It's the name of the game. It is, and that's that. So, yeah, I mean, it's you got it wrong. You know what I mean? Now, I mean, I get you're mad he's discrediting your work. Anybody would be mad at that. I was mad when fucking this dickhead wrestler tried to come at us and say, that we were Redditors or whatever the fuck, because at the end of the day,
Oh, sure.
we put a lot of fucking trust me, we're not Redditors. We know one though. But at the end of the day, we put a lot of work into this. We put a lot of time into this, and nobody likes when your work is discredited, but again, it's the name of the game. People are always going to try to do that. People are always going to try to shit on you. People are always going to try to, be cool with, what Triple H thinks because he's in the business, just so they can feel a part of the business themselves. But just how the name of the fucking game works, bro. And again, it's, I don't know, it's fucking stupid, bro. But as for this guy Lucas, I hope he does get invited back. Will he? Probably not. But the way he went about conducting his interview, there was nothing wrong with it. He asked a journalistic question, which is not fucking completely sucking Triple H's fucking ass like most of these other people there do. Oh, we're gonna go to you. Oh, hi, I'm with the WWE Women's Wrestling Podcast, and I wanted to ask, what did you think about Bianca Belair's gear tonight? What?
Bro, what? These aren't actual questions. Sometimes there's even like kids in there asking questions. Bro, what about here? The fuck? Get out of here.
You guys are... Who put this shit together? Dwayne Johnson? The fucking the Glazer conference? I mean, that's what we're all doing here. We're fucking glazing the fuck out of it. Oh, Dwayne. Judging off the one press conference Dwayne did, he's going to love them. He's going to be on every show he's on. He's going to be on every fucking press conference.
Fuck. Walking out there with the Glazer title. Oh, it's going to be great.
It really is. But yeah, I don't know. I hope he gets invited back. It is what it is. But again, yeah, I don't know why there was such a big deal about all that Fightful stuff, bro. If you got the story wrong, you got to own that, part of the game. You get something wrong, correct your mistake, don't do it again, and move on. Now, do we all make mistakes? Yes, it's normal, it's human, but that's the name of the game. Like I said, nobody wants to give you flowers when you do good. Everybody wants to tell you when you fuck something up. So that's the name of the game. Like it is what it is. Yeah, I mean it's a part of any form of content creation, not even just journalism. But speaking of more WWE stuff, USA Network will be hosting Raw and SmackDown in the last quarter of 2024. This is because SmackDown's new contract comes into effect and they regain the rights to Raw for an additional quarter before it's moved to Netflix. So everybody was wondering, where's Raw going to go? If their contract's up in September and they're not on Netflix till January, where's Raw going to go? Where's Raw going to go? Is it going to be on Peacock? Are they going to move to Netflix early? Are they going to do this? Are they going to do that? Well, it looks like they signed a $25 million small, yes, I know that is considered small in media rights, a $25 million, just small little extension to get them to January for Monday Night Raw. And then obviously that's around the time SmackDown moves anyway. So that's going to, just be smooth like butter as it is. So yeah, that's what Raw is going to be doing.
Hell yeah, dude. Makes sense. And I like the system.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, I know, right? Yeah, 25. I would
steal.
Yeah, I wish $25 million was considered a small extension for one of us. But what do you know?
Man, I can use some of that.
One more before our final piece of news here. NXT's ring announcer Alicia Taylor has been called up to the main roster per Fightful. Mike Rome, who has been announcing SmackDown, will be moved to NXT. This kind of sucks, to be honest. I really like Mike Rome a lot, and Samantha Irvin really wasn't my cup of tea at first, but I've actually really grown to love her as a ring announcer. Alicia Taylor's Again, I'll give it some time because Samantha took a while to grow on me, but she really has. Alicia Taylor I'm really not a fan of
No.
just her sound as a ring announcer, and Mike Rome I think Mike Rome was fantastic. So, I mean, NXT's getting a plus, but in my honest opinion, man, SmackDown's getting a pretty big downgrade.
I think so, man. I gotta agree with you there. She's all right, man, but she ain't. It's not a voice for me, man. I like Mike Rome, and it sucks.
100%. 100%, man. So, well, if that's the case, if Mike Rome wanted to be closer to home and not be on the road, that makes more sense. But, yeah, again, not really a big fan of Alicia Taylor. Maybe she'll grow on me like Samantha did over time, but like I said, man, but as for right now, kind of a downgrade move. But if it is a personal decision instead of a company decision, I understand.
Exactly. It happened.
And with our final story of the day, as you see in the thumbnail, WrestleVotes is reporting that Solo Sikoa and his new presentation in the Bloodline are to establish themselves as a major force before Jacob Fatu arrives. It was noted that there is some concern within the company that Fatu could badly outshine Sikoa when he arrives. So an effort is being made right now to heavily establish Solo. This is interesting. Do you think he's going to outshine him, bro?
To be honest, probably. I think he genuinely might. Just now, it's not a dig on Solo, because I really like. A lot of people don't. I really like Solo.
Solo is your guy.
He is a streets champ.
That's right.
So I respect that, man. But Jacob Fatu really is that fucking good, man. I was just watching a promo the other night of him just in like a fucking parking lot being pissed. Man is phenomenal, dude. So again, I don't think it's a dig on Solo for me, but it's just of how good Jacob Fatu is that I genuinely think he might.
But see, the thing is, I think there's a chance.
Alright.
I think there is a chance he can outshine him, but I don't think WWE has to worry as much as they think, because Solo, he's the leader of the new bloodline, so Jacob Fatu will be the enforcer, I'm assuming, if they put him in the new bloodline, that is. Maybe they put him in the OG bloodline to keep him from overshadowing Solo, but what WWE's got to understand is Solo's got more time on his hands than Jacob Fatu does, because if I do a quick Google search, Jacob Fatu is, unless he really shocks me and he's a lot younger than I think he is, but okay, yeah, they might be in trouble. Jacob Fatu is 32 years old. He does not look like it. I honestly thought that man was like 38. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay. Now we're having a different conversation. Yikes. Jacob Fatu is really good. And now that I'm looking, I did not think that he had as much as, I did not think WWE had to worry that much. But now I get the concern, because I did not think he was that young. You've got at least another 10 years of Jacob Fatu in your company, and holy shit, yeah, you got, okay, yeah, there's a real chance he outshines Solo. Then again, if they really want to push Solo, they can do it. I think they can do it. As for him overshadowing him, yeah, I get the concern now. I really thought Jacob Fatu was been wrestling for a really long time, but that man is only 32. He is not even in the prime of his career yet. He's got about another 3 years before he hits the prime of his career, and yikes. that is not good. But then again, it's not a knock on Solo, because if they want to do it with
Yeah.
Solo, WWE can make a star out of anybody. They got to get it right with Solo, and I think they will. They've been doing a great job, but the way Jacob talks, the confidence he has in his voice, he is like a cruiserweight Umaga, which is insane to even think about. But either way, he's going to be a stud, and you know, it's like Logan says, it's all just a matter on how they book it. If they book him, because you don't want to book him to the point where you're blatantly trying to say he's not the guy Solo is. That's not going to work. That people are immediately going to gravitate towards Jacob Fatu. You got to book it. You got to just make Solo that dude, and it's all going to come down to if Solo has the it factor. So this is really going to be Solo's time to shine, and it's really going to be a matter of, does Solo step up in the right?
Does he sink or swim?
Exactly. Does he sink or swim? Because if you're bringing Jacob Fatu in, and then it honestly might work better if you keep them on the same group, because if you keep them, if they go against each other, then that might make it a little bit obvious on, you know, who's better here. Which, as to where if you keep them on the same team, you might have a better chance of hiding it. You just can't throw it. You can't do it how you did the Shield reunions. Remember when it was Roman and friends? You can't do that.
It's got to be a collective thing.
You got to keep. They gotta play off each other well, and it's really gonna come. Honestly, it's going to come down to, can Solo sink or swim? Can he make it work in that environment? Because with Roman in the bloodline, Roman is above the Usos, but what Roman did so great is elevate. So is Solo gonna have that? Is Solo gonna be able to elevate? He's so young in his career. You're running a big risk, but it's just going to be something, you know, because good people can always elevate themselves, but great people can elevate people around them, right? Like Roman did. It's really going to be very telling to see if Solo is booked in those positions, and when he's booked in those positions, if he can deliver on those positions. It's really going to be telling to, you know, what he can do, and how deep his bag is in that department. And we're just going to have to wait and see on that. But it is concerning, especially now that I see Jacob Fatu's age. Because honestly, just the way he looks, and I guess that's my fault for judging the man off his looks, but I genuinely thought that man was a little later in life. But the fact that he's 32 is very concerning, because yikes, he's got a lot, and WWE's getting him at the perfect time, man. And I'm pumped for him. I'm pumped for him, but I'm pumped for Solo too, because up until this point, Solo's been phenomenal in running this new vicious bloodline. And I know we were just talking about this a couple months ago on how, you know, you and Logan felt, you know, that Solo, you know, the bloodline Solo, it had kind of failed him. And I'm glad that all this stuff has given him a second lease on life. I didn't necessarily think it failed him. I just think that, you know, they just treated him as irrelevant. If Roman wasn't there, the group was irrelevant, and that's how they treated it. But now that they've put him in a role to succeed, he's been great.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So, again, it's not a knock to Solo. I really like the man, but Jacob Fatu is that guy. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, and for the love of God, can we please get some fucking new Bloodline merch? Please.
I'm telling you. We need it.
Yes, give me some Samoan werewolf shit. Something.
I need some motherfucking tongue.
Oh my God.
Fuck yeah.
Or as Sir K says. Then again, that's another thing that concerns me with Solo. How bad is it going to make Solo look when he's revealed to not be the leader and he's just been playing as that dude. That's a little concerning.
Their only way out of it is for him, that to be the original plan that Rock did, but Solo's taking and running with it and actually behind Rock's. That's their only way out of that.
Yeah.
Without making Solo look like a bitch.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know. But with that, that is going to do it for, but, oh, well, actually, my bad. But I could honestly see, another way I could see this maybe looking pretty good is if The Rock rebuilds the bloodline in his image, and maybe it gets to a point where Solo's like, oh, I don't know if this is, you know, maybe they kick him out, like I said. Maybe they use Solo, make him think he's that dude, and then kick him out. Maybe something like that could work, but then again, it might make him look like a bitch. So it's very concerning. Yeah. It is concerning for Solo. It really is, to be honest.
It really is sink or swim in its entirety with this.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, we're all just gonna have to wait and see how all this comes off. But yeah, I definitely see what you're saying, Bell, because Solo is in a extreme sink or swim situation. They are throwing this man in the deep end with a fucking 20-pound weight vest on, and he's gonna have to. It's quite the task.
It really is.
It's quite the task, but because then again, the thing that's concerning about Jacob being on the OG bloodline is if you put Jacob Fatu against Solo, that might be as blatant as you can possibly get, because who wins there? You could have Jacob win and Solo will just look like an idiot, or you can have the new Jacob Fatu come in and lose almost instantly. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a very concerning situation, but we're just going to have to wait and see how everything comes off on television. But this has been another edition of the Notorious Hills podcast. Thank you guys for a great episode. Really, really thank you guys for cheering your boy up today. It's been a fucking day, and we come on here to get rid of all that bullshit, bro. So we've gotten rid of all that bullshit, at least for now. I'm about to go right back into it now. So wish me luck, everybody. But hopefully on Monday, everything will be at least a little bit better. But thank you guys so very much. Thank you guys so very much for joining us today. It has been a great episode. Thank you guys for everybody who came to watch the show, man. As always, Doghouse Radio, thank you and welcome to the team. Welcome to the family, my man. Bell, freaking Bell, even though I hate Bell. Logan, Bell, Durante, Hunter. Thank you guys so very much for joining us. And yes, thank you guys for what has been a great episode. For real. Appreciate it. Appreciate the love. Appreciate the love on today's episode, man. Thank you guys so very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. It has been always a pleasure for my Johnny Mayhem.
And I, Sir K.
And that is going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, please like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys on Monday with Notorious Unscripted.
Peace.
I used to get pills on the bitch. Now I throw shields on the dick to stop me from that HIV shit. And niggas know they soft like a Twinkie fillin', playing the villain, prepare for this rap killing. Biggie Smalls is the illest. Your style is played out like Arnold, and that's what you talking about, Willis. The thrill is gone. The black Frank White is here to excite. Throw dick to dice. Bitches are like I'm brainless. Guns are like I'm stainless steel. I want the fucking fortune like the wheel. I squeeze